Hey everyone, welcome to the Seeds of Success podcast, hosted by Dottie San Martin and myself, Orly Rivera. This show is your weekly dose of knowledge, insights, and actionable tips to transform sinners into striking successes. Whether you're a seasoned industry professional or just stepping onto the lanes, we've got you covered. Dottie, I am ready to walk down the yellow brick road. How about you?
I tell you, Orly, I'm excited. It's almost here.
Yeah, and if you're not knowing what we're talking about Wicked. And yes, I'm a Wicked fan.
Good. Yes. Who's not a Wicked fan?
Yeah, I grew up loving The Wizard of Oz. I've loved the movie, the music, all that. And I'm not a big musical person, but when it came to Wicked, my daughter wanted to watch it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it with you. I like The Wizard of Oz. I know there's a tie-in, and we watched it and I was like, this is actually really good. When is the next one coming out? Because I knew there was going to be another one. And the time is here. Tomorrow. Actually, Friday, I believe it comes out.
It is. It's tomorrow. So we're really excited about that. But, it's everywhere. Wicked for Good is absolutely everywhere. So that's really what we want to talk about today is, how can you take advantage of that? I mean, everywhere you look, there is something about Wicked for Good.
Yeah, all these the grocery store, the Target. I think I've seen car lots on commercials doing some. I bought my kids the other day. They had a Wicked. They were, what are those, cake pops? And you didn't know what color was in it until you made the mix. It was either the green or the pink. Yeah, it's literally everywhere. There's clothing merch. I think at Target I've seen it. It's insane. It kind of reminds me when the new Barbie movie came out. And we had talked about this kind of thing at that time, how, doing doing nights or just using the colors. There's just so much you can do in your business to take advantage of this time.
Yeah. I mean, we were looking earlier in Dunkin' Donuts, they have a drink and they have munchkins and, all of that is you've got to be able to hop on that bandwagon, right? And everywhere you turn, somebody is doing something that is Wicked related. And so the same thing can go for your business, whether you're in a bowling center business or a restaurant or whatever other type business. There is always a way that you can tie it back and hop on to that national. I don't even want to say national publicity because this actually is global. It's worldwide. Yeah. So I had a call earlier today in Germany, and they're already making their plans for, obviously it's the next day that it releases, but for their release parties and their watch parties and things along those lines for the movie. So, so that's what we want to talk a little bit about today. For those of you that haven't done anything, it's not too late. It is too late to really do a full-blown promotion or a watch party or anything of those sorts, but there's definitely still room. This is not going away once tomorrow comes and goes and it has made its premiere. It's not going away for quite some time, right?
Yeah, and it's a great time to get people into your business that maybe don't usually come in there. You're doing these themes or you're giving something special away. It's going to cause people to come in. My wife came home the other day and was telling me a funny story. She said, one of the girls at work told her it's her husband's birthday. And she says, hey, we're going to, I believe, Chili's on your birthday. And he's like, okay. I don't think she gave him the choice, even though it's his birthday. She's like, because they have a Wicked margarita drink I want to have. So it's, it's bringing in people that maybe not have came into your center before. If you're doing this Wicked theme, a kid might see it or your wife might see it and say, hey, we got to go to this bowling center. They're doing a Wicked night or they're doing a witches night or something along those lines. And like I said, take advantage of this time and really, use it to your advantage.
Yeah. And because we are at the 11th hour, you're going to have to be creative. So you're going to have to get the word out by, internal. You can put it on monitors and stuff for all the customers that currently are your customers. Obviously, you've got social media. If you're doing some sort of special Wicked menu or Wicked drinks in your bar or green beer or dress up as one of the characters and get your first game on us or your first 30 minutes on us, whatever you're doing to tap into that hype that's going on right now for Wicked, put it out in social media, put it on your website, put it on your hold music, put it wherever you can think of that's going to bring people in for that very reason. People love to get in on those kinds of, the hype is there. Everybody's looking forward to it.
one thing we've brought up before is make sure to bring your staff into it. They might be super pumped about it and say, hey, this night you guys are allowed to wear, Wicked merchandise. If you have a shirt, people love not having to wear their uniform. You know that. So if if you do a night, we're saying, hey, you can wear pink or you can wear green, or you can wear,
Wicked trivia.
Yeah.
Do a whole night of Wicked trivia. I mean, that's super easy. It's super fun. You can lean on your staff to come up with some of the questions. It really is. It's endless what you can do. You just need to sit down and plan. And that's something I want to talk about. So we obviously can't do a whole lot of planning because it is already. So I hope that some of our listeners out there can leave us a comment and say, here's what I did. I started planning 4 months ago, and this is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm having this huge watch party. I've got it playing on Neoverse. I've got this, I've got that, whatever they've got planned. I would love to see that be the case, that there was some pre-planning done for this and that people are taking advantage. And I'm sure there is. If you are one of those people, let us know. We're excited. We want to give you a high five, right?
Yeah, no. And let me know, because if it's close to me, I might be heading over there.
There you go. But this brings up something that's very important. As a owner, as a general manager, as the marketing director for any business, bowling center, family entertainment center, restaurant, whatever you are, you need to be planning for the future. You don't want to wait until it's upon you and you're hearing all of this publicity and you hear about, what's going on at other businesses that are leveraging this international hype. You want to be on the ground level of that, and you want to be one of those that people are looking to going, wow, they really thought this through. They planned in advance. And you should and could be doing that today. I mean, it's super easy. If you're wanting to know what movies are going to be released and you want to start planning now for 2026, then do it. It's already November, folks. You need to already know what movies are going to be launching in 2026, and you need to be already planning for something like that, right?
Yeah. And one of the good things with it is, people are going to be out and about for the movie tomorrow night. They're going to be out all day watching it out night. Use that to your advantage too. Maybe say, bring your ticket stub in from the movie theater that you went to see the movie today while you're, because you're already out. While you're out, come on in, your first game's free, or maybe your shoes are free or something, or maybe it doesn't have to be free, but just get them to, come in. They're going to be, oh, wow. Did you hear? If you take your ticket stub down here, you get a discount, or you get this or that. Like I said, they're already out and about. They're out having fun already. Why not go bowling? Why not go play some video games, have some drinks at the bar, eat at your restaurant? It's a perfect opportunity.
Yeah. And you can even do things for families. Maybe you do coloring pages, a coloring contest, or create the most creative witch's hat contest or whatever. I mean, it's really unlimited. But the thing is, you need to do something. You need to start someplace. And, as I mentioned earlier, take a look into 2026. Now's the time that you want to start getting your marketing calendar together for 2026. You need to be looking at what movies are going to be released in 2026. You can do that. You can go into IMDb is a great source for that. It lists all the movies that are coming up in 2026. You need to be looking to the future. You need to make sure that when the schools release their 2026 school year calendars, that you're looking at that and making sure that you're capitalizing on those days that the kids are out of school. You need to be getting with your conventions bureaus and looking at what their calendar looks like for 2026. What's coming into town? How can I plan something to get those people to my center? So those are all things that need to be being done. But most especially when there's something going on like Wicked for Good, where there's international hype, you need to be taking advantage of that for sure.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, we're talking this whole theme of Wicked. You could do that when you're finding out what events are going on. If you're near a convention center and it's like, oh, there's there's a Comic-Con coming to your center. Why not do like a superhero night? Or, there's a beauticians, there's like, beautician conventions, do like a crazy hair night or just something. You could tie those in. So once you have that list, that's available. It's out there. Ask your chamber, ask the convention center themselves, look at their calendar, start planning those out and be ready for people know, I mean, we've gone to conventions before and we already know the date of the next year, because they want you to come back. They want you to buy those tickets. So those events should be up way early. You have plenty of time to plan for those.
Yeah. And Orly, I was just peeking because I was curious of what movies would be coming out in 2026. And there's some really, really great ones that have some great tiebacks that you can bring into your center. The Super Mario Galaxy movies coming up. The
Toy Story.
Toy Story 5, The Devil Wears Prada 2. That would be so fun to do at a Flying Ducks location. There's just Avengers, Doomsday. There's some really good ones coming up. So Spider-Man, it just goes on and on and on. Have fun with these things. And that there's going to be publicity around these movies coming up. Even look at Broadway sometimes, because sometimes Broadway, that goes viral as well. So definitely start looking, be proactive. In this case, with Wicked for Good, premiering tomorrow, you maybe can't do all of the things that you would do if you planned 6 months ago for this, but that does not mean that you can't do something. So when this podcast ends today, sit down for just a few minutes and start getting some evil thoughts together on what you can do. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being a part of today's episode of Seeds of Success. With decades of industry experience, we are honored to share these ideas and strategies and trends designed to help entertainment centers like yours thrive and grow. Together, we're planting the seed for a stronger, more successful future. Make sure to share this podcast with your team and industry friends, because the more seeds we sow, the greater the harvest. Until next time, let's continue to build success, one happy guest and one incredible experience at a time.